Hello, everyone. How you doing? Before I get back on my Xbox, because my controller just kind of shut off, I'm bringing you guys a deck profile here. This is my Final Countdown deck that I've been playing on Dueling Network for quite some time. I think the last time I played it was about 2-3 weeks ago. But it still accumulated me a lot of wins. But you also have to realize those wins are on Dueling Network standards, not on real-life standards. They're completely different. Don't think otherwise. And right off the bat, just don't think that these are the only decks that I create or play majority of the time, because I don't. Currently, I'm actually creating an Infernity deck, and before that, I was actually playing Dark Lord Agents as well. So I'm just having a little bit of fun here, and this was actually the deck that I tested out the match system on Dueling Network, so that was pretty interesting. I won a quite extensive amount of duels, but I've also lost a few of them. I lost some to Six Sams. I lost one to Rabbit. That one was just like, God, he had everything. And then I lost one to a deck that I shouldn't have lost to, but I didn't expect him to snap on his first turn. Game 3, I didn't expect him to snap on that turn. He ended up doing 6,000 damage on his first turn, and I just didn't anticipate that. I had cards to prevent attacks and whatnot, but I didn't set them because I didn't anticipate that. But obviously that was my mistake, and obviously I take full responsibility for that mistake. So I ended up losing that, but I have won a quite extensive amount of duels. There are 3 cards missing in the main deck. I've been tweaking around that card for so long. What's going to fill that spot, right? At first it was Hope for Escape, but I also play Lava Golems, and I don't know about anyone else who mains Lava Golems in this deck, but Lava Golems usually for me goes a really long way, and it just made Hope for Escape that less good. So I've tried different things. I've also tried Frozen Soul. I've tried things like Reckless Greed. I've tried things like Jar Greed. Like, I don't know. I've tried like an abundancy of cards, and I've yet to figure out what I want to put in there. So it is what it is. And in terms of my side, I can't show you my side. It's like half nutty, half standard. And part of the nuttiness is it's kind of failing, but some of the nuttiness is kind of just excelling. And I still have to tweak it around, so I can't really show you yet. In terms of my extra deck is just basically fillers. That's all it is, fillers. Because Final Countdown, you don't need an extra deck to be honest. I've seen some people actually in their extra deck play Elemental Hero stuff and then side Super Polys. I've seen some people do that, but that's not really my thing to be doing, so I really don't care about that. In terms of my extra deck, the only thing I could possibly go for is Chimera Attack, which I put in there just because it's a potential still. And really, the only way I'm going to bring this out, there's just so much things to take in consideration. There's like, my opponent has to be playing machines. My opponent has to be playing a Cyber Dragon. My opponent, my opponent has to leave a Cyber Dragon plus machines out on the field. Like, there's just so much that goes into bringing this thing out, which those situations do happen, they just don't happen a lot of the time. But Chimera Attack does happen, just not as frequent as you want it to. But everything else is just filler. I play 1 Cyber End, 1 Cyber Ogre 2, 1 Cyber Saurus, 1 Cyber Dark Dragon, DES Frog, D3 Des Frog. God, I don't know, I'm never going to bring this thing out. Dark Balter the Terrible, Dark Flare Knight, 2 alternate art Dark Paladins. I know, it's a very beautiful extra deck. Dark Fire Dragon, Deep Sea Shark, Destiny End Dragoon, Dragon Master Knight, and Dragonist the Wicked Knight. The reason why I stuck a bunch of fillers in the extra deck is because I don't like when my opponent eyes my extra deck, and especially on Dueling Network, because on Dueling Network, your extra deck is right on the field, and there's a number on top of it saying how much cards you have in your extra deck. And I don't want my opponent eyeing my extra deck, anticipating what I'm going to be playing. Like, if I don't have any extra deck cards, it could mean that I'm unprepared, or I'm playing something stupid like Exodia or Chainburn, where like extra deck cards don't matter. So I don't really want to give my opponent that advantage. So I do stick in as much cards in my extra deck as I possibly can, and I just fill it up. So yeah. So let's hop into the main deck. Triple Battle Fader. I run Triple Battle Fader. It's really good. If it goes off, it negates that battle phase, and yeah, it just ends it completely. And then on my opponent's next turn, I still have Battle Fader, which on the field, which can block one attack. So it's pretty good. I don't like holding on to this late game simply because Battle Fader, to me, like endgame, I worry about Solemn Warning a lot, and I don't want to really rely on Battle Fader, so I don't rely on Battle Fader that much, and I try to get rid of him as quickly as possible, or at a mid-game state. I played double Lava Golem. Lava Golem, it isn't really meant to burn my opponent. It's really, like, you know, that does happen, and I've gotten close to gaming one person with Lava Golem, but it's really meant just for getting rid of annoyances. Like, for example, if I'm up against Six Sams, I'm up against Xian, Barkion, Naturia, Beast, and, you know, those cards can really hinder me. I was up against a deck that played Dark Samorg, and I had to Lava Golem that because, you know, I obviously couldn't set my traps, and I was, like, screwed. And I couldn't set my Sangan as well. Lava Golem, also against Rabbits, Dolka, Lagia, so just, you know, it's so good. You know, I main the Lava Golems. I played triple Mystic Piper. The reason why I play triple Mystic Piper instead of, like, potential card Ds is because if Mystic Piper gets Effect Veilered, I at least, you know, I can protect it, and then I can potentially get its effect off next turn as well. All I have to do is just protect it for one turn, and then I can do it next turn. If they Veiler card D, it's dead completely, and it's just completely useless at that point. So I don't even want to deal with card D and that potential deadness, so I'm not going to deal with that. One Sangan searches out Mystic Pipers or Swift Scarecrow or Battle Faders, and then of course triple Swift Scarecrow. So yeah, that's all the monsters. For the spells, I run one Dark Hole. It just really refreshes the field, gets rid of annoyances as well. It's just, you know, another thing like Lava Golem. Triple Final Countdown, obviously. Triple Gold Sark. The things that I've Gold Sark for are either Final Countdown, or I don't like really going for Final Countdown, simply because, you know, Final Countdown, Gold Sarking for that, I don't want to give my opponent that information, and, you know, I don't really want to Gold Sark for that, to be honest, and then, you know, 2 turns later they might already have an answer to that, and I don't know, or they might just change how they play according to my deck because they know what it is now. So I don't like really Gold Sarking for Final Countdown, but I will if I have to. I do Gold Sark for One Day of Peace, though, and there are odd times where I've also Gold Sarked for Lava Golem because it actually, I anticipated a situation where it actually came in handy, and I actually do that a lot, and it actually does. I also play triple One Day of Peace, triple Pot of Duality, triple Upstart Goblin. For my traps, triple Threatening Roar, triple Thunder of Ruler, and then triple Labaku, and then of course I already explained the 3 cards that are missing. So I'm gonna hop into Final Fantasy. On Xbox, I'm gonna, you know, put this video up on YouTube, and, you know, let's see how it goes from there. All right. If you play the deck, I don't mind. Just do whatever you want. I honestly don't even care. People, you know, some people get caught up on, you know, the negative sides of net decking. You know, I just want people to have fun, and you know, I just don't like keeping ideas to myself or decks that I play to myself. Even though technically this deck is like really standard and all, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. All right, everyone, later, or bye, or I don't know. I need a signature ending thing. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. All right, bye, everyone.